you saw him, but I was chilling with my neighbor's cat that I've been watching, and Alex is cutting the grass. Yeah. I don't know, my neighbor had that thing for free. Well, he got it for free, so we used it to cut like all our grass. Anyway, I painted this with flowers and, the sky. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna paint the mountains. So here I am. Anyway, so I'm going from the sun is gonna be coming up on the right side, and then it's gonna be a little darker going further to the left. Yeah, so I was just blending the blue color, and I might cut out some of the audio because my husband was like, he was just like talking to me, but because we're like a little bit further away, he was like kind of screaming, so it's not the best for ASMR, so I might obviously mute that. But yeah, we were talking a little bit, and I was just checking on the pets. But yeah, we got the Rocky Mountains near where we live, and they're really beautiful. I'm really thankful for living here for a while, even if it's not a forever thing, just because being able to see the mountains and the nature and the pine trees and everything here, I feel as though it's really helped me to understand nature scenes for painting and depth of how far and how close things are. Yeah, so I'm just blending the sky, and it's gonna go from light to dark, and then I'm gonna do the sun coming up right where I'm painting right now. I forget what my husband was saying to me, but he was making me laugh for some reason, distracting me, of course. Mixing the paint. Blending. I really enjoy painting. I think I definitely do better with a bigger canvas. I'm not that good at small details on like a tiny canvas. I like small details on like a bigger canvas, because then those details are still big but quote unquote small comparably to the rest of the artwork. I am not that good at, like, I would say any canvas smaller than like a foot by a foot, I'm not gonna be very good at it. So I forget what Alex was asking me, but I had to go fix something. But yeah, my husband, my neighbor, he has this, like, you can see there's a bush right there next to the painting. He put it up there because the animals kept eating it. It's kind of funny. There's definitely enough foliage around for the animals not to eat the bush that he spent like $40 on. It still makes me laugh though, because obviously they were eating his plants. Yeah, my neighbor got a bunch of lights from the Dollar Tree, but he didn't know what to do with it, so I just super glued hooks to the side of this thing and hung the lights up, and at night it looks super cute. It looks super, super, super cute. It was funny, because while I was painting this, I was kind of having just, I guess, thoughts about like the universe and the world, and just how beautiful it is, and the fact that when you get to have a chance to just kind of look at nature, and especially when it's something like mountains, Because I've lived in, like, Virginia. I'm trying to, like, straighten my back. I've seen a lot of places in the United States, and I would say it is really beautiful here in Montana. The mountains, the national park, Glacier National Park, it is awe-inspiring and something that is really unexplainable. I will say the winters are extremely, extremely harsh, like negative 30 degrees harsh, like freezing, frigid. Like, as I'm recording this audio, it's May 23rd, and it's like still kind of cold and also hot at the same time, where I sunburned my arms, but I'm also shivering. So the weather here is definitely interesting, something I've never really experienced. Since I'm from New England and I've lived in Virginia, and then, coming out west, I would say out west, it's like the weather seems not harsh, but it is, Oh, yeah. I was just going to check on everything going on, but yeah. My neighbor has rabbits, and the rabbits like to go underneath this thing. Hopefully, I told my neighbor that I think a wonderful thing to plant under there, because it does get sunlight, would be marigolds and basil, because those are all safe things around, like, all the animals, and also the rabbits can eat it, and yeah. I think it also keeps away certain bugs. So I'm just painting in. I'm happy I didn't record me doing the mountains, because the mountains, when I blended it, I did it with my hands. Also, I did the mountains with this like Dollar Tree paint. It said it was non-toxic. It just had this weird smell that, like, I couldn't wash off my hands. I did not like the smell of that paint. It just had this like funky scent to it. I don't know. It was very weird. Anyway, yeah, and we've gotten to see like the auras here in Montana, which is amazingly beautiful. I definitely recommend 10 out of 10. If you can get the chance to go see national parks and, see quote unquote, untouched nature from humans, I recommend it so much. It's very beautiful to get to see nature that is almost untouched by all humans. And then I was looking at the sky. It looked super beautiful. I try to appreciate, especially when the skies are clear, because the winter in Montana is super brutal. Like, I think I saw the sun from, let's see, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November. Like, November 30th was when it snowed, like, first. So, December, January, February, March. So, December, January, February. Yeah. Like, over 120 days of just, like, complete darkness. And, you don't think it'll get to you until, it's like 12 in the afternoon, the middle of winter, and it's like pitch black outside, like it's the middle of the night. Kind of, it's a little trippy, it can make you a little bit depressed, Yeah, so I'm really thankful that my neighbor had had this that I could paint on, and I had some extra paint in my storage unit that I haven't used because I don't really have the money right now because we're all trying to survive right now, right? We're all surviving and paying our bills, and yeah, but I'm thankful that he had these planks of wood that I could paint on because I've been pretty sad and I've wanted to create, and I could create on the computer. I don't have the stuff to I have this one from Walmart. It was maybe $15 or $20. It's a little pad you can draw with. And it's not one of those really good ones. It like lags, and if you put too much detail, like my computer can't handle it, but I've used it here and there. It is kind of fun, but you know, I just really love painting with my hands and, you know, real stuff, you know. I love the feeling of having to scrub paint off my hands for like the next 12 hours. Just kidding, but yeah, I had a lot of fun doing this, and I kept backing up just to see if, because I was going from light to dark and kind of sporadically painting, and yeah, I had a plan, but yeah. What was really cool is I did the night sky. On the other plank, you can see it past the bush that the animals were eating. It was funny. Kaki, her name is Celeste. She kept coming up to me, and at one point she walks around my legs, and then she goes underneath, and I look for her, and I have no idea where she went. Like, she just completely like disappears. She's just like sitting under there watching me. She's a good cat. Whenever me and my dog Willow come outside, she comes running over to see us. I make sure she's good, fill up her food and water. She's got a little cat door. Yep. I got catnip for her, and all the other cats in the neighborhood, they all came over, and they took some of her catnip, and they were all just chilling, like, all in the grass, because I came to see her, and I was like, oh, hey, guys. They're all just chilling, and I couldn't figure out why, because sometimes they're usually, you know, in their own spots, but they were, like, all in her area, which was kind of funny. They were all chilling, and then after that, all the cats kept coming over to me like, hey, got the catnip. It's pretty funny. So yeah, especially, you know, blending colors. I think, and I know, and having experienced it, having the experiences in life really helps you to be better at doing said things in life. You know, even though I wasn't painting through the winter or even in the summer when we first came here, I had painted a few things, but not as big or detailed as this. I got to look at the sky a lot, especially walking my dog, getting to just look up at the sky and see as the colors come through, because I think Montana is called big skies. Well, I know that, you know, it's referred to as like big open skies, and that is definitely true. Nowhere in America is there really like as big of, and not that there aren't trees or nature, you know, it's definitely not a city, but nowhere is there like as much sky that you can see, and just like as big of an area, and like grasslands and mountains off in the distance as some other parts of the USA. So yeah, I also find it interesting because when we go to travel, I think it's going to be funny seeing other trees besides pine trees, because for the past year it's like just been pine trees that I've seen. We've had to go to Washington, but that's also just pine trees for the most part. There are some other trees, but for the most part, it's mainly all pine. It's not as easy to, like, they look different, but it's hard to remember the names of all the pine trees. I've been trying to, like, quiz myself. I made, like, little cutouts of trees. Yeah, it's funny. One of the trees that, is right at our, RV site, it has a lot of sap, and it kind of was, like, driving me crazy, because I'd step in it, my husband would step in it, my dog would step in it, you know, I'd have to, like, wash everything and give him a little bath, but, I got this, like, rubber mat, that has holes in it, you know, it's for outside, like, cleaning your shoes off, so I put that right next to the tree so the sap, like, goes underneath it, which is genius. I wish I thought of that before, like, I ruined, like, several pairs of shoes and had to wash them in my shower. Actually, the pair of shoes I have on in this video, I, like, got sap all over my right shoe. It was kind of gross, but, you know, it smelled nice, but it was gross. So I'm just, I think I'm just doing the last part of that part of the sky. I don't think I recorded myself doing the auras on the other one, but I think I measured it pretty well. I did it by sight. I didn't even measure. I just kind of, like, looked at where the tops of the mountains are, and I did, like, a blacked out version of the mountains and then the auras in the sky above. I think ChatGPT, I don't try to use it all that often, but I did ask Chat, like, what I should do to make the mountains look good for, like, nighttime. And then I also asked, like, if there's any extra details I should do for the daytime, so I'll put those in here. 17 minutes. Gotta remember, 17 minutes, go back. Add the details to the video. Will I remember? Well, you'll see, I guess. I think I'm blending colors right now. Oh, you can see that the little lights came on. They're so cute. They, like, flicker. I think that's so adorable. The gate that isn't a part of this huge piece that I'm working on belongs to where we live, but they're like these stickies you can get that are weatherproof that I have stuck to my RV, because there's this thing at the Dollar Tree that can hold brooms and you know, anything else, so I can, like, clean off our, like, outdoor mat. And it has this double sticky that's good for outdoor weather. And I didn't believe it when I bought it. At the time I was like $17. It came with a good amount, but I was like, I don't know if I believe this works. It works. And it stuck to the side of my RV. It lasted the whole winter, negative 30 degrees. You know, I should do a commercial for them, but I kept it on the outside of my RV. But it's easy enough that you can just, like, rip it off, but it won't, like, come off by itself, if that makes sense. I think it'd be cool if he got some of those and put hooks on the fence around, so in case, you know, he has to take them off or he moves, he can remove them and he can put more of the little flickering solar powered lights. I will say, in the summer, Montana, it's crazy because it has all the normal seasons, but then when summer comes, it, like, does not rain here at all. Like, from June, July until maybe the middle of August, like, no rain. It's sunny every single day. I mean, that definitely, it brings up, like, like, it makes you so happy, and it's like, it's amazing, because every day is just, like, hot and gorgeous and, like, perfect weather for vacation, right? And then, yeah, when, like, the season starts to get cooler, it's a little bit depressing like anywhere else, but definitely Montana winter is serious. Like, I've been through winters across America and New England, and, like, yeah, I thought, like, oh, it's gonna be nothing. Like, no, Montana winter is not nothing. It is so cold. like negative 30 degrees is crazy. And my husband was told by other people that he knows that like it was a mild winter. I was like, that's crazy. That was a mild winter? That's insane. That's insane. Yeah. So. Okay, let's see how it looks. Move out of the way. Thank you so much. Get out of the way. Okay, I like how that looks. That looks good. Don't change anything. Everything looks good. Everything looks good. So, Ariana, just blend another color so we can do something else. Okay, well, I think she's just perfecting the details. I like from the left, that mountain, I like the first one. That big one, I love it. I love how it comes to a point. I just really think that one like captured the beauty of the mountains perfectly. Oh, I'm doing the sun now. Okay, perfect. Yeah. It's so funny. I'm definitely a visual person. Like, if I think of scenarios or things going on, it's like I visually can see everything. But I think I spend too much time doing that, and I need to spend more time visualizing my art so that I can like see the finished product in my head and not always having anxiety and thinking about like everything that I have to like deal with or control, or like, scenarios that like I have to like figure out, I've definitely been trying to work on that, because I should be, imagining art I want to do, ASMR I want to do, using that creative part of my brain to not always focus on the things that maybe I used to have to with anxieties, and to let my brain know, you know what, we can use our creativity to be creative again, and not like a survival thing. So anyway, I'm really hoping this is recording my voice, because I've been recording like 22 minutes of me blabbering on, and if it didn't, that's terrible. So I'm gonna pause it and see if it is, and I'll be right back. Okay, perfect. It is recording, and I think it actually sounds pretty good. I'm thinking about maybe, I don't know. So I'm working more now that the weather is better, but I am debating about, doing ASMR more in the winter, and, painting and stuff, being stuck inside, and then, maybe, cross my fingers, I'll have my art somewhere, and, I'll be doing something more creative in a field I want to be in, and then take maybe April, May, June, July, August, September, October off, and then November, December, January, February, March do like a lot of ASMR. Trying to figure out my life, schedule is crazy, and I appreciate that anyone still takes the time to watch my ASMR, and I'm always trying to share other ASMR artists that are full-time, and they are super cool, super awesome, and are dedicated to their ASMR, and yeah, I try to share other ASMR artists, especially on my reposts on TikTok. Yeah. So be sure to go check out other ASMR artists that I've shared on my reposts, and to support their lives, and go check them out. See what I'm doing. I'm blending the sky slowly yet surely. It looks terrible now, but it'll look better later. Okay, so let's see. I've seen people on TikTok say that they go hiking in the middle of the night to, well, practically the middle of the night, like 4 a.m., to catch the sunrise. And, like, look, I'm a big girl, okay? I'm not blind, I know. But, like, I can hike. I love hiking. I love walking. Like, but I don't know. That's too scary. Even if I had a flashlight and, like, I had people with me and all that stuff, like, it's so scary to go hiking at, like, 4 in the morning. I don't know. I'll just watch vicariously through other people that do it, because, like, that's a little scary. That's a little spooky for me. A little spooky. But yeah, I've been trying to take chances with art and to not worry so much and tense up when I'm painting, because I feel like when I take a chance and I'm like tensed up, it looks bad, because like I'm like clenching the paintbrush like so aggressively. I'm like, I cannot mess this up, and I'm like about to break the paintbrush in half. But I've been trying to like take a deep breath in, take a deep breath out, and just be like, you know what? This is what I'm doing. I'm taking the chance. I know this is gonna make it look better, you know? And I am by no means a professional artist that understands all the shading and all the rules to art. I just like to paint. I just like to paint. I like to have fun. I like to have the experience. Yeah. I like to be able to have the experience. Thank goodness I didn't get any splinters doing this, because I like thought about it for a second, and I like I was carefully like rubbing my hand on it, but these planks were actually pretty good. And now, like, you know, people give away these palettes for free, and I'm like, should I buy these palettes and do artworks and sell them? You know what I mean? And I had extra clear spray paint for outdoors, so I spray painted it, and it's rained a couple times, and they're perfectly fine. A bird pooped on the night artwork that I did, and I kept looking at it every day, because, you know, I don't know, I'm full of myself and vain. No, I'm just kidding. But, you know, I kept looking over at the paintings just to like be like, I don't know, just because I liked looking at them. I'm looking at the sky now, and now I'm falling. What was I talking about? There's something I gotta tell you guys. I like put one of his chairs, because he has outdoor chairs like right where I'm standing, and the chair fell back, and I've like had things happen, fallen, whatever, you know, and I always tensed up, so when I fell back in the chair, I already have back issues, and the chair was like falling straight back. I like untensed and like fell on my back, and I'm so thankful that I didn't like hurt myself that badly, because yeah, I was really afraid I was gonna have to like crawl to my phone and like call Alex and be like, hey, we need to go to the doctor's ASAP right now. No, but I was okay, thank goodness. I don't think I got that on film, thank goodness. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, so I like came outside to check on the paintings, and I was like, what is that white streak? And I like walked up to it, and I was like, no, a bird pooped on it. It's a certain type of bird. I'll have to put in the description. There's a bird here in Montana. It's very beautiful. It's gigantic, and it takes the biggest poos. Like, it takes such a big poop. But I had already clear coated them, so when it rained some more, it like washed it right off. So if I can just make sure with like an extra clear coat, you'd probably be able to wash the paintings off. Probably not scrub them, but wash them off in case, you know, they get dusty or dirty. So I was taking a chance here. I was like, it's not enough orange right here. This was super fun. I love looking at this. Yeah. My neighbor like loves to talk to people, and everybody stops because he has rabbits, and you know, I was telling him because he was like, yeah, I gotta make some money to pay for, the rabbit food. And I was like, this is a joke, but I was like, yeah, when you like go to the fair and they have the thing you can like put quarters in, I'm like, just put that out like in front of your house and people can like pay to feed your rabbits and pay for their food. That's funny. So I think my husband was just sitting with the dog and the cat, and then some of the other neighbors' cats come over. I don't know, there's another gray cat that lives with like 4 dogs, and she acts just like a dog. She's so funny. She always rubs up on Rollo, and Rollo isn't used to like a super friendly cat like that. He's usually used to like cats that'll just like sit next to him, and cats like when they like you or they like somebody, they like kind of put their tail around them. He's used to that, but their cat literally will like hug Rollo, and Rollo's always just like, he looks at me like, this cat really likes me. I'm like, yep. He's gotten used to it, so he plays with them. It's really cute. Here I am, blending the sky. Blend, 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 blend some more, blend. I wonder if I'll be able to upload this video to TikTok. I don't know. Might only be YouTube. Oh wait, I can split it up, okay. Because when you try to upload a really long video, I don't know if it's because I'm not doing it on a computer, but TikTok does not like it. My entire phone glitches. Oh yeah, when I fell back in the chair, like all the animals came over. My neighbor's cat, Rollo, everybody was like sniffing me. I'm like, it's okay, guys, it's okay. They're meowing and barking at me. They're like, what's going on? Why'd you fall? It's looking good. And then after I did the yellow, I was like, okay, now that I did the yellow, I have to take the chance to do the red. I have to take the chance. Yeah. So, I'm really surprising myself that I can talk for 32 minutes out loud. Like, I don't know. I guess you don't think about it when you talk for like 32 minutes in your head, but when you're like talking out loud for 32 minutes by yourself and you're actually not that bored. And then when you're with other people and you're like, oh my god. It's like, you know what? I can have a better conversation with myself for 32 minutes instead of talking to you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yeah. So, I also, okay, I don't know if it's like paint thinner or like something that is supposed to be added to acrylic paint. Whenever I paint with acrylic paint on a canvas, it dries so quickly. And I don't remember ever learning about like, I never really worked with acrylic paint, and I took all the art classes in high school up to like, there was like 5, and you got into like the extra art class that only like the best could get into. How I got in there, don't ask me that, but I never think I really used acrylic. I always used oil pastel, and like oil pastel is so hard to keep good. Like we had an art show and my art got in and I had such anxiety, and I was telling my art teacher, I'm like my friends told me I manifested it because I was like, I'm afraid somebody's gonna scratch my painting, something's gonna happen to it. My art teacher was like, it's fine, nothing's gonna happen, relax. The minute I got there, tell me why, I watched and it's like so poetic and so like, I don't know, like artists, poets, like we're all crazy, and like it's like being that sort of creative, it's like you have to let go. You have to be okay with your artwork just completely disappearing off the face of the earth just as much as it was before it was there, and to be happy for the blip of time that it was, and to not reminisce in the before and the after, but to kind of just enjoy the entire experience, like the seasons and the weather changing, and even when the winter gets cold and it's crazy depressing, to Appreciate that you had a home to be in, a family that loved you, even if the ceiling was leaking and you were going crazy. You had fun making ASMR and people that wanted to watch you, and I mean, I got paid. That's really awesome. I'm really appreciative to you guys and you guys helping me. What was I saying? I completely forgot. Hang on, I'm at 35 minutes. I'm running out of time to remember what I forgot. What was I thinking about? Blah, 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 blah. Blah, blah, blah. Painting, painting, blending, 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 blending. I'm getting agitated at this point. Was I agitated? I think I might have been a little agitated. I needed more paint on the paintbrush. Put more paint on the paintbrush. Silly. What was I thinking about? Okay, I was talking about paintbrush. My art class. Oh, right. So we went to the art show, right? And I watched a woman with her bag, okay? She had a pocketbook, and she was walking by me. And tell me why. I looked at my art teacher. He gave me a face, everything's fine. And I'm like, okay. I look at my paint, I look at my artwork, my oil pastel artwork, right? Tell me why I watched the woman walk by it and her keys scratch across my artwork. And I literally internally started to panic. And I know that showed up on my face. And I looked over at my art teacher and I could see on his face, he was like, oh my God. I could just tell on his face, he was like, of all the moments that it had to happen right before her eyes. And you know what? It did have to happen right before my eyes, because that opened my eyes. And accepting that, you know what? Anything could happen. Somebody could steal this artwork, or I don't know, the wood could be burned or something, something could happen, and that's okay. I got to have the experience. I got to stand outside until I will paint until I literally can't even see outside anymore, till it's so dark out. I'm like, what color am I painting with? That's when I decide to go inside. That's when I'm like, you know what? I think I'm done. Is when I look at the colors in my palette, and I'm looking at my paintbrush and I'm like, what even is the color I'm painting with right now? That's when I'm like, okay, it's time to go to bed and I'll come back outside tomorrow. Because before that, I'm like, I'm good, I'm doing good, it's fine. I just squint and I'm like, what am I looking at? What am I painting? Yeah, when I can't tell what color I'm painting with, that's when I wrap it up. What was I doing right here? Okay, I was obsessing over oh no, I was painting the mountain. Huh. Interesting. I don't remember painting it that color. Huh. Bold move to paint that before I even painted the actual mountain. I hope I had blue all over my mouth. Okay, when you paint, do you, what colors do you normally get on your hands? Because for some reason, I always get green, brown, and yellow. And never really any other colors. And I know, all the colors blend on your hands, but whenever I'd leave art class in high school, I feel like other people, walked out with, blue or purple, and they're like, ha, I was just in art class. I got, yellow and brown, and people what is that on your hands? I'm like, ha, I was just in art class. They're like, yeah, okay, go wash your hands right now. Yeah, I was blending to see how dark I should make the grass. I really got to ask my past self, where did you put that hair elastic? Because I hate buying hair elastics, and I know they're in the store, but I don't try to be an over-consumer, and I have no idea where any of my hair elastics are. It's always, I either know where all of my hair elastics are, or I know where none of my hair elastics are. Every single time. Happy Gemini season. I'm a Gemini moon. Alex is a Gemini. That's it. Love being a Gemini moon. It's great. All the TikToks are true about a Gemini moon. 100%. Where did I go? Where did I go? Yeah, you can kind of see the trees moving. So funny how still, but also like the movements. How still and how non-still the world really is. It is starting to drive me crazy because my hair is growing back, and I have thin hair, but a lot of thin hair, and I feel like it's just a lot. I need my hair elastics. Where are they? They're in some pants pocket somewhere in another dimension. Okay, I can like see forward of like what's gonna be in this video, and I don't see myself, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Where did I go? 15, 16, 17. Hang on, I gotta check. Okay, I'm gonna be gone for like another 30 seconds or so. So, anyway, yeah, so I freaked out that my painting had, my oil pastel artwork, like, got like a key mark on it. And it was funny because the lady just like looked and was like, oh, I didn't do that, and like walked away. And I was like, yeah, I mean, it's not that big a deal because it's just like a high school, like, you know, artwork exhibit, but to say that just seems super rude, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, I wouldn't have blamed her because it wasn't on purpose, but it kind of broke my heart. But at the same time, you know, you just have to deal with it, right? But, yeah, so, let's see, what do I do? There we go. Good, I'm blending it. I think I add a little more yellow after a bit, but I guess here I did not. Of course, all like the cool details I didn't add to the video, like adding the trees, and that I think all took me like 3 hours maybe. Like, it took a while. And it was so hot out when I was doing that day, I almost passed out because I didn't realize, like, I was standing directly in the sunlight, and I didn't realize how hot it was until I did. And I, like, felt, like, myself, like, sick. Like, I was like, what? And then I got out of the sun and sat down at my RV spot, and I was like, okay, yep, we're done for today. No more art for today. I had oil pastels from, like, when I was a kid that my dad gave me that I used for the details on the trees that I did, and yeah, the clear coat like sealed everything, which is really cool, really fun. If you ever get the chance to see the Aurora Borealis, you should. If there's any chance that you're gonna have to see it, definitely see it, because there's no explaining how crazy it is to see something like that with your own 2 eyeballs, because it is like a painting like happening right before your eyes, and just as quickly as it appears, it disappears, and it's really, really, really beautiful. Yeah, I feel like through the process of doing this, I'm getting like a stuffy nose. Suddenly, I'm sick. I have such bad allergies. Seasonal allergies. Celeste came over to say hi. She's a good cat. She's funny. Meow. 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 I learned that meh off of TikTok. Like, people are like, you know, if you say meh to a cat, they come over to you. And I've done that a few times. You see, she went under there, and I had no idea where she went, because I thought she like ran over to my husband, but she wasn't over there. So I was like, huh. had like no idea where she went. And she's just like chilling under there. It's kind of funny. And she's just watching. Okay, so let's see, what am I painting now? I think at this point, hang on, let me check. At this point, I'm just like perfecting the corners of the mountain, so I'm going to 17 minutes, right? I forget what I'm supposed to do at 17 minutes, but I'm gonna go check. I forgot, but I'm gonna add the pictures of the final and the AI when I sent it a picture of it. It was crazy how detailed it kept like the bush and like the back fence behind it, like it like had all the details. It's just kind of crazy how it recognized what it was looking at and recreated it the same, but AI. It was really cool. It's really cool that it can like differentiate what it's looking at for the most part. It's obviously gotten better, but it's really cool. Yeah, so let me show you guys that, and I'll go check what I was supposed to do at 17 minutes. So hopefully you enjoyed this ASMR. Mwah, mwah, mwah. And good night, goodbye.